Star, and this quite belatedly is the video for day number 254 of my Song a Day project. And the song that I'm doing is Burn by Usher. It's gonna burn for me to say this, it's come from my heart. It's been a long time coming, but we're falling apart. I really wanna work this out, but I don't think you're gonna change. I do, but you don't think it's best we go our separate ways. Tell me why I should stay in this relationship when I'm hurting, baby. I ain't happy, baby. Cause there's so many other things I gotta deal with. I think that you should let it burn when the feeling ain't the same in your body. Don't want to, but you know, gotta let it go. Cause the party ain't jumping like it used to. Even though it's my bruise, you let it burn, gotta let it burn. Deep down you know it's best for yourself, but you hate the thought of being with someone else, but you know that it's over. You know it was through. Let it burn, gotta let it burn. Sending pages I ain't supposed to. Got somebody here, but I want you. The feeling ain't the same. Found myself calling him your name. Please tell me, do you understand? Now tell me, do you feel my pain? It's the way I feel. I know I made a mistake. Now it's too late. He ain't coming back. What I gotta do now to get my honey back? Ooh, 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 ooh. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do without my boo. You've been gone for too long. It's been 57 days. I'm telling you now, but I'll be burning till you return. When the feeling ain't the same in your body, you don't want to, but you know, now let it go. Cause the party ain't jumping like it used to. It was my bruise, you let it burn, gotta let it burn. Deep down you know it's best for yourself, but you hate the thought of being with someone else, but you know that it's over. You know it was through. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. I'm twisted cause one side of me is telling me that I need to move on. On the other side, I wanna break down and cry. Oh, I'm twisted cause one side of me is telling me that I need to move on. On the other side, I wanna break down and cry. Ooh, 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 ooh. Can you feel me burning? Ooh, 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 ooh. So many days, so many hours, I'll be burning till you return. When the feeling ain't the same in your body, you don't want to, but you know, gotta let it go. Cause the party ain't jumping like it used to. Here's my bruise, you let it burn, gotta let it burn. Deep down you know it's best for yourself, but you hate the thought of being with someone else, but you know that it's over. It was through. Let it burn, gotta let it burn. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. That was my audition of Burn by Usher. And I had to stop along the way and think back to see if I changed the gender pronouns correctly. I might have missed one at one point. If so, I'll make a notation of it, but it's ultimately unimportant. But yeah, that's a song that was popular about 10 years ago, I think, and I don't like a lot of Usher songs. Some of his more recent ones from that era are pretty good. Like, I got the album and, like, didn't listen to most of them. I think that was one of the first annoying instances that I remember where somebody released an album and then re-released the same album with extra tracks, and you're like, dude, I bought it. It's not fair. But I don't remember if Yeah and Burn were both on there, but then something else was released later. I don't remember. And I think I had one Usher album in, like, the late 90s for, like, one popular song, maybe two. I don't know. But it's weird, he's been famous since he was a kid. And he acted in some things. The Faculty and She's All That, where he played the DJ, which is kind of like borderline music acting. But anyway, I think I had this song on my list. I was originally thinking of doing it, but then when I did Mad, maybe I thought that sort of filled the same sort of spot. But I decided to do this. I wasn't sure about it because it's very lyrically complicated. The lyrics are like 3 pages long. Well, not just onto the 3rd page, I think, but still. And so it was a lot to learn. I was almost almost originally going to cut out the second verse because it's a little vocally awkward at the beginning of it, and I didn't do great on that part. But I decided I'm not going to be lazy and give myself an excuse for not learning the rest of it. So I did decide to include that and go with it. And as I mentioned, I did have to change the gender pronouns in it. I mean, I didn't have to, but I did. And there's some words in it that I didn't know, and there's some grammatical things that I tweaked a little bit, like, what's it, but we done been fell apart. Yeah, I don't say things like that. Well, I mean, just now read it. So I said we've fallen apart, which, did not have the same syncopation, syllabolic content, but I think it worked okay. Anyway, so yeah, there are a lot of words in the song, but I got it down in about half an hour. I did remember a lot of it, and I didn't do the spoken intro thing. I don't really do those, but I always feel like they're silly. I mean, if the person who wrote the song is doing it, it's one thing. It's their emotional thing, whatever. But to do a spoken intro on a song, it's a little cheesy sometimes, unless really from your own heart. But anyway, though, really good song, and I remember I was really into it at the time, really into the dancing between that and the yeah, yeah video. If I had a cap clean and readily available, I probably would have worn it for this, because I remember I used to like to do the Usher dancing. I sort of did it a little bit here too, the let it burn deep down, this kind of stuff, and the hate the thought of being with someone else, but you know that it's over. Yeah, and I altered that a little too. I think in the lyrics it says you know it was through, but knew it was through just flowed better. Also, I never knew that it was even though this might bruise you, and that's a little longer than I remember syllable-wise. Like it was in my head it sounded different prior to this. Like it was like, feeling ain't the same in your body, you want to, but you know, gotta let it go, cause the party ain't jumping like it used to. Let it burn, gotta let it burn. So even though this might bruise you, the you, it increased the length of the line a little bit, so it made it a little harder to go into the next, but I think I pulled it off all right. But anyway, I'm getting into nitty-gritty details here. Anyway, I always like doing the dance, so sort of just doing my own take on the Usher dancing for that. I remember the video having this cool thing with the pool being on fire. Although I don't remember it exactly, because I thought he did this thing into the pool. I don't remember. I thought it was forward dive or backwards dive. I only half watched the video when I was listening to the song earlier once to get the sound of some of the verse stuff down. But mainly the second verse. I did not know how the second verse sounded from memory. But it's the girl who dives into the pool, and then the pool catches on fire, and it's kind of neat looking. But then I didn't remember that on that famous, I guess, Ellie strip with the palm trees. They were all on fire behind him. Obviously, it had to be CGI or something like that. Thankfully, I don't think that they actually lit the palm trees on fire. But yeah, I didn't remember that visual, so that was interesting. It was an interesting video. They had a lot of that R&B sort of visual overshare stuff, but some of the elements of the video were really visually interesting. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much all I was going to say about it. I was originally thinking of doing that song, that I wasn't sure if I was going to, but then I did. So hopefully it sounded good. It is a little straining at parts, and I had to go into the head voice a little bit, but hopefully it flowed well and sounded good. I think I hear Belle meowing somewhere. I don't know if she's accidentally closed in a room. Anyway, I'm on a terrible schedule with this, and I still have not gotten back on editing. Part of the difficult thing with the video that I'm stuck on editing is I think my camera might have cut off or something, and I redid a large part of the song, and I can't decide, do I want to leave the extra part in or not? It doesn't really fit. Do I want to include that as a bonus? I mean, sometimes there are things when I'm editing that I cut out, and I'm like, man, if I had the organization and wherewithal to do an extras reel, then that would be cool. or a thing with all the mess ups and stuff. But, well, there's not that many, just a lot of stuttering and annoying stuff. But, anyway though, so I'm rambling again. I'm really going to try to work on catching up. I haven't posted a video in nearly 2 weeks, and I haven't even gotten to October's videos yet. But I'm still recording, and these will be up eventually. So I hope that people are being patient and not losing interest. Anyway though, so once again, that was my rendition of Burn by Usher for day 254 of my Song a Day project. As always, thanks for listening, and please check back often. I'm Kristin Star. Peace. How adorable is he? Eddie Spaghetti. Thanks again for listening. Peace. Even cuter.